What is up, everybody? How you doing? Got great videos for you guys coming out. And I kind of want to give you guys a rundown of what I plan on doing with this channel and everything, guys. I'm an options trader. I trade options. I do have a Roth IRA, which we do a little bit of options in there, guys, but that's going to be primarily a dividend portfolio with mixed with a little bit of options in there. And guys, that's my smaller account, which I will show you guys in a future video, and stuff that we plan on doing with that smaller account. And I'm just, guys, we put $25 in there a month. It's a slow grower, and it's just stuff that we kind of want to have fun with and just see what happens and what transpires in a dividend count, on a smaller and in the beginning, and watch it grow over the years. Guys, these YouTube videos are strictly for educational purposes only, entertainment, and just to see how a young kid, goes from, obviously, if you watch some of my older videos, from 5,000 to now we're sitting at 44,000 because the market's kind of taking it a little bit, but that's all right too. Good or bad, guys, I show it all, guys. I show my $10,000 loss. I show everything. I don't hide anything from you guys. I believe in very transparent with every single one of you guys, because I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, I'm making all this money. I'm going to show you my mistakes. I'm going to show you everything. Why? Because, guys, life's about the journey, and it's about learning everything you can. So if you watch me, maybe I'll make some mistakes for you guys in the future and know not to do. Monthly options. So we got that coming out. You will see that every single month, at least one video. Guys, I come out with 4 videos every single month, besides doing the shorts. Shorts, you might get an extra 2-3, little shorts every single month. But so we got the options, monthly options video coming out to you guys every single month. We have the Roth IRA video coming out to you guys every single month. And then we got maybe some tips, some tricks, some strategies that we'll do in options, some strategies that we'll do in down markets. A lot of game for you guys. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit that bell notification so you guys be alerted every time I drop a video, guys. And let's get into it, guys. So first and foremost, guys, we have a Palantir cover call. Now, our average credit is $905 with 2 contracts, guys. Remember, I have 450 shares of Palantir. Guys, I've been buying Palantir for like 3 or 4 years now, and I was one of the OGs to get into Palantir. I'm not some trend rider and stuff. I was buying Palantir when they first IPO'd, and I'm sitting here buying Palantir I bought Palantir at $24. I bought Palantir at $16. I bought Palantirs when it went all the way down to $6. I just been buying Palantir. I did have 650 shares, but I decided to take some profit last year and sold 200 shares. Do I regret doing that? No, it does suck because I would still have some money, but there's nothing wrong with taking profits. I just want you to know that. So we did a short roll call. And so me doing that short roll call, estimating me a credit of estimating me a credit of $293.88. We did have a realized loss of $538. And I'm going to give you guys the rundown of what that is. So in December, I sat here and I bought a call for Palantir at $75 for the strike price. Ending in that December, Palantir rose past 80, so I said, well, let me roll call that. And so I short roll called that, and then it went past, it was getting close to 85, so I was like, well, let me just roll call it to obviously February 21st of 2025. I said, let me just roll it out to there and let me get that extra $500, right? And so that was my thought process. Little did I know that Palantir would be going down. And guys, we are heading into, probably bear market territory, guys. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But guys, that's good news. Why? Because that means the stocks that we love and we love to purchase, and the money we make, guys, we get it on discounts. So remember, Warren Buffett said, be greedy when others are fearful, and when others are greedy, that's the time to be fearful. Okay? So, what we did is we ruled. Now, we ruled for a net credit, right? If we ruled for a net debit, we would actually realize that loss, right? And then we would actually have to give more money, which would actually give us more of a loss. Was that loss realized? Yes and no. So, yes, I did realize that loss, but it took from the profit of the new contract that we rolled to. So the price of the $80 contract was $758, so $758. But the price for the contract of which we rolled to for estimated credits was $905. So if you subtract that and subtract the little regulatory fees and stuff, guys, we are left with an estimated credit of $293.88. Now remember, we wrote this out in December. So when you sit here and roll it out, you go by how many months you rolled it out to. So we started in December, we rolled it to January, and then we did it again and we rolled all the way to February, right? So we rolled 3 times. That's why we have a realized loss of $538. But we rolled for a credit. So when you roll for that credit, that $293.88, you want to divide that by 3 months, guys, to get your average monthly return on that premium. So we divide that by 3. And so when you divide that by 3, guys, we're roughly around $97 a month. So we got $97 a month for December, January, February, in the future. But this is for the month of January, guys. So we got $97 from the play of Palantir. Now, Palantir is at $66.78. Do I see it getting to $85 in February? More than likely not. I do not see Palantir or the stock market really going up in the near term. Maybe in the later half of maybe 2025 or the beginning of 2026, guys. I don't know how this year's market's going to go. Nobody ever knows. If they do, guys, they'd be trillionaires, right? But we don't know. So I have a future video coming out of what I do to prepare and have a plan of when markets tank and what I do. So there's the Palantir contract. Now we do have a SoFi. We bought a SoFi call. It is a leap, guys. We will not get into this SoFi, the buying one, and we will not get into the SoFi $14 selling call. The reason why, guys, is because those were from last year's gains and stuff, and we already accounted for those for last year. So the SoFi call, we haven't realized them gains yet because we still have the contract, but the SoFi $14 call that we are selling, we already accepted those gains from last year. So we're just going to ignore that because we haven't realized them gains yet. So we're going to ignore those two. And so our next one for this month will be Ford. And so we are selling covered calls on Ford. And if we go down here, let's view Ford. I think my average cost was okay. My average cost was $10.86, which, it is what it is. I think we did it for $11. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we did it. So we sold puts for $11. Ford went down. It is what it is, right? Ford went down. So we are down on our Ford position a little bit. So I'm selling covered calls. Ken, why are you selling covered calls and your average cost was like $10.86? Why are you selling at $10.50? Guys, when it gets like that, we cannot sit here and not make plays because the stock went down. I'm not married to my stocks. My stocks are there to generate me cash flow. So looking at that, if worse comes to worse and it shoots up to $10.50 or $11, guys, you know what I do? I sit here and I roll the position. And if I can't roll the position, guys, then I just accept defeat. It's a small little play. I don't do this with my big plays. My big plays are different, have different rules. But, you know, it's going to sit here and pay me out a dividend from Ford. Dividend's good. I'm still getting money from selling a covered call, right? And so, guys, that's what I like about Ford. The dividend is pretty high for Ford. And I'm doing like 2 strategies on Ford right now, guys. I'm doing pretty much cover a strangle, and then I'm out here doing the double dividend strategy, which is strategies, guys, that we'll get into within the coming months. So we got a $19 credit for selling a covered call on Ford, so that's pretty good. And then we are selling a put, and this is what I like to do, guys, on stocks that I want to build a little bit of a position in. Ford, I want to build a little bit of position in, just to sit there and have it for me. I get paid that dividend, and then I make a little bit off of selling puts and selling covered calls on it. So we got an $18 credits for that month, the month of January. Now, if we sit here and look, the current price of Ford is $9.68, right? We're selling a $9.50 put. If that current price reaches the strike price, or lower, I'm going to have to buy Ford, which I have no problem doing that, guys. Which gives me 200 shares in total, and we get that dividend. The next one we will do is SoFi, $12.50 selling a puts. Our average credit was $31 for the month of January. The current price of SoFi is $14.11. I do like SoFi. I'm trying to build out my position in SoFi. I kind of messed up. Not options. Selling options is new to me. I just started last year. I had 800 shares. If you go check out one of my older but most recent videos, I had like 800 shares of SoFi at that time. And guys, I was like, oh, this would be great. And I sold it before the big move up. Felt dumb, but we still collected profits, guys, and that's all that matters. So I'm comfortable buying SoFi at $12.50. SoFi, I think, will be a monster stock within the coming years. So we got a $31 credit from that. We're going to ignore the SoFi $15 call. Why, guys? Because that was from last year's gain. Same thing with the previous SoFi stuff. We're just going to ignore that one. Then we're going to move to Dollar General. So Dollar General, we sold a $73 put on Dollar General. The current price of Dollar General right now is $71.34. I like Dollar General for the simple fact that it will probably more than likely be a turnaround story. It does need to turn around, but I don't think Dollar General is as bad as what it is. I think Dollar General got oversold in my personal opinion, but that's my own personal opinion. I think it got way oversold. So I'm looking at Dollar General as a value play. This is one of them times, guys, when I said, hey, if the current price meets the share price or goes lower, I'm going to have to probably buy Dollar General. In this case, it happened. I might have to buy Dollar General within the expiration date, guys. Now, let's say January 30th comes and Dollar General went to $74. And then the 31st comes and we're sitting at $73.89. I will not have to buy. If I'm sitting at $73 or lower than that, I will have to buy, which I am perfectly fine buying the share. 100 shares of Dollar General at $73 a share. That's $7,300, guys. Not a big deal. I will say this. Well, Kane, what happens if you have to sit here and you have to buy the shares? What do you do? Well, I would sit here and start selling covered calls on the company. And so that's what I would do. Next is AMD. We had kind of like the same thing with Palantir, guys. I did rule this position, but let's look into it. So the current price of AMD is not six. The current price of AMD is $115.63. I'm selling put for AMD at 130 bucks. Guys, AMD is going to be a monster stock. They don't even have to sit here and compete with Nvidia. They just had to grab a little bit of the market share of Nvidia. That's all they had to. They had to compete a little bit and grab a little bit of the market share, which I am pretty confident that they will do. They don't need to sit here and compete with Nvidia to have their stock move up dramatically. No, all they have to do is grab some of that market share, grab some of that TAM, and they'll do fine. Guys, I do not trip about the short terms of the price. You know, if we have to wait it out, we'll wait it out. It's not a big deal. Okay, so what happens if you have to sit here and buy that at 130? What will happen? Well, check this out. Look at AMD the past year, 22% down. Past 5 years has been up 140%. But the past year, guys, it's been down 22%, right? Is that a problem with me? No, I'm sitting here buying the stock, in my opinion, at a discount. I like AMD. I like where AMD is going to go. I think it has a killer CEO behind it. But that's just my opinion. So let's get into the short put rule. So what happened with this is kind of like the same thing with Palantir. I sat here and ruled. I went from 135 because the price was around like 140 bucks. So I went from 135 down to 130. 680, for 680 bucks was how much the option was worth when I rolled it, and we rolled for a 951 total credit, but we got an estimated credit of $270.94. We realized a $345 loss. But guys, remember that realized loss does not take away from our actual money. It just takes away from the potential profit of the future. And so if we sit here and we divide that by 3 months, kind of like what we did with Palantir, because we did it for December, January, and we rolled it all the way out to February, that's about $90 a month. So there's that. They're always like, Kane, what's your total? How much money did you actually make in total? We will go to that, and we have it right here. So this is my stock tracker, guys. This is what I track. This is the percentages I give for you guys. And if something's not right, guys, please let me know. But we will get into this. So AMD, our collateral was $13,000. The premium that we got is $90 for the month of January, which is a little bit over 0.5%. Guys, not very good. I do not try to reach for that, guys. But guys, stuff like this happens. But I don't look at the single, problem we have. I look at all of this of the overall. Next, we go to SoFi. 1350 was the collateral. We got $28 from SoFi, which comes out to a 2% play. Ford collateral was 950 bucks. We got $18 premium, which is close to 2%, 1.89%. Next, we got Dollar General. The collateral was $7,300. Our premium was 208 bucks, which is a 2.85% play. Palantir, we got a $3,000 collateral, and our premium of that was $97, which comes out to 3.23% play. Now, guys, last and not least, Ford, our collateral was $1,100. We got a premium of $19. That's 1.73%. Now, guys, I want to remind you, the premium always gets paid out. The only time that you do not receive that full premium if you roll, and whatever your new estimated credit is what you will have, kind of like for AMD and our Palantir play, or if you decide to buy back the position. Besides that, the premium that you see in between my collateral and my percentage, guys, is what I will always get unless if I decide to roll or I decide to buy back that position. So we get that premium from the option buyers no matter what. So our total collateral is $26,700. Our total premium that we receive for the month of January is $460. We divide, our total that we received from premium with the collateral, and that comes out to 1.72%. So we have received 1.72% for the month of January. And so if we look on the left, I have the months listed out, guys, and you'll see this every single month, guys. We had a $460 month with the average percentage of 1.72%. I like to get around 2%. Obviously, guys, this month is not a very good month for Kane. But let's just say, and let's just knock it down further. Let's just say, man, Kane, what happens if you get an average of 1.5% for the rest of the year? Which we won't. I'm pretty confident that we won't. But if we do, that gives us an 18% for the whole entire year. Guys, I am more than comfortable getting 18%. And this is me not doing good. This is me not doing good. Last year, my average percentage, guys, was 2.77%. Right? Now, I started close to the middle of the year, but that was my average, 2.77%. So this year, we're not starting off hot. We'll see what December brings us, and then we can go over and ride it out. But guys, dude, that's the sauce. That's what I have going on. $460. I mean, still, guys, still baffles my mind that, this is what options is, and this is what selling options is. It baffles my mind that I sat here and I used $26,000, basically $27,000. We'll just round up $27,000 of collateral, and I sit in here and I'm making $460 a month. If I sat here and I'm sitting here thinking about maybe taking that money and I put that down on a house, let's say an investment property, would I actually be receiving $460 of cash flow that month? More than likely not, especially around my area. More than likely not. So this is beautiful. And guys, this is the thing too. We haven't even equated for dividends. This is strictly an options portfolio. We have not even equated for dividends yet. So whatever that might be, I do not keep track of my dividends. And this portfolio, guys, that's strictly for the smaller portfolio that we keep track of dividends, guys. So I'll let you know. And we'll get started with that dividend portfolio. That should be the next video, guys. I love you guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Leave in the comments how much you made for the month of January if you're selling puts and cover calls like I am, or if you're doing the buying strategy of buying puts and buying calls, or if you're a dividend investor. Guys, how much money did you make in the month of January that you cash flowed in? Guys, with that being said, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.